Welcome back, everybody, to the GGBL. We got the Year 1 World Series going to happen for you guys here today in this video. All games will be shown, not all full games. You guys can go ahead and check those out over on the purple platform if you guys would like to. But by the time that this video is over, it's a 53-minute video. By the time this is over, you guys probably only got through one game. So what was interesting to notice on that graphic would be the pitching matchup is pretty similar with both squads here between the Pizzazz and the Blue Sox. But the one thing that stands out to me is the batting average for the Blue Sox at that 201 marker in the playoffs. So how the heck did they get here? Must have been just timely hitting and some power hitting for the Blue Sox. So will this translate against this pretty decent pitching staff for New York? We'll have to find out. So here is a out, a single, and then a Juan Soto double. We've got a throw coming in here to the cutoff man, and all the way home is going to be gunned out. That's Greg Allen gets gunned out. So great relay by Dustin Fowler and Will Wilson to team up here. Good tag by Trevino, and that's going to start off the GGBL World Series with a bang here, right? Well, we got a runner on second base. That is Juan Soto, and Josh Occam. He's going to come through with a base knock here, but he is going to try to be aggressive and roll into second with a double, but that's going to be a nice, again, a good relay there by Bryce Harper. So the thing about when you challenge a fielder, they're the ones that have to make the throw. So it's a two-part equation there. So yeah, you want to be aggressive as a runner, but they've got to be able to make a good throw to get you out. So that's kind of the payoff there with being aggressive. So we got two down here. Dakota Hudson pitching well, gets out of the first inning here with a lead. Let's go to the top of the second here with one down. This is going to be a strike three called on the inside part of the plate. Brett Anderson gets his first strikeout. So here's Dakota Hudson still firing a gem here. I know it's early, but bottom two strikeouts in the second inning. Fowler's going to go down looking. Next batter up here in the top of the third, that is Juan Soto, and he's going to flare out to Will Wilson, the shortstop. Let's go to the bottom of the third where Dakota Hudson leads this inning off with a walk, and that face says it all by Dave Martinez. He needs his pitcher to be a little bit better. Maybe the umpire needs to get him a call a little bit there. So it's still bottom three after the walk and the strikeout. We have a double, which is going to send Trevino all the way to third with only one down. So that's a good, timely hit here for New York. 3-1 count here, and this ball is traveling. The fans are getting on their seats here. Here's Pedro Leon gonna jump for it. This one's gone. A 3-run shot for Will Wilson, and 333 feet. That's the distance of the home run. That's a short home run, man. But it's still gonna count. So instead of like Yankee Stadium out there in New York, it is a short left field porch. And Seth Mahias Breen is going to take advantage of it as he's going to go deep as well. But this one was a no-doubter. This one went to 420. So that's a big-time shot off Brett Anderson, and Carolina gets a run back. So let's go ahead and jump all the way to the bottom of the fifth inning as we see Felix Hernandez coming on in relief for Dakota Hudson, and they get a really nice double play turn there. So around the horn they go to turn it, and then Bryce Harper is going to strike out here against Felix. He does a job here in the fifth inning. Let's go to the next inning as Robbie De La Rosa is going to come on and try to do a job here in the top of the sixth, and he does. So nothing scored against New York here in this inning. Let's go to the bottom of the sixth inning as we've got Nicky Delmonico. I'm going to start calling him Nicky Delmoniclutch instead of Delmonico. This guy has come up with some timely hits all season. Not just the playoffs. All season long, he has been really, really good. And Evan Longoria putting a charge into this one. That's an absolute no-doubter as well. That's a 2-run homer. It's going to put New York up 5-2 and making an early statement saying we are not going to go down lightly. Carolina, we know that you're the favorites in this World Series, but we are definitely going to challenge you for this championship because we want it too. But here we go, top of the seventh. Ruben De La Rosa is still out there, and he's going to give up a solo home run to deep center field. That is going to come off the bat again by Seth Mahias Breen. He's got some serious power, guys. He was a June call-up, and then, Cody Hosey getting on the board as well. They've now pulled it within a 1-run game. It's now 5-4. Carolina's got a shot now. Three-run deficit in baseball you can come back from, but, man, Now that it's a one-run deficit, anything can happen here. So here's Trey Wingenter. He's going to come on, and we got a walk here. A one-out walk. Urizari is going to get on base here, and then there's Luis Arias with a single right past first baseman Sam Travis and Jake Hager. All right, 1-1 count here, and a little ground ball. This could be 2. Will Wilson with the flip to Hager, back over to first. That's in time. New York pulls off the double play. That is a big one to get out of that inning because Carolina started making a little bit of a comeback there. It's now 5-4. Things getting a little shaky there for New York, so they got to shut it down. Tommy Hunter comes on, the trade acquisition from the Wisconsin Maples at the deadline. This season, he's going to get Seth Mejias-Breen, who's got 2 home runs today. He's also going to get Cody Hosey here to ground out, so both those guys hit back-to-back home runs in the 7th. He's going to knock these guys down and send them back to the Pine. Here is the next batter up. I believe that was Jorge Alfaro, and he's going to get a fly out to left field, and that's going to do it. Tommy Hunter now has 6 total saves in the postseason. That is 1 behind the leaders, which would be Rob Nen, I believe, has 7. Brad Lidge has 7. Percival 7. Koji Uehara, John Wetland, Greg Holland. They're all tied at 7. So Brett Anderson pitching well enough, getting them through 5. The bullpen did well. Now Tommy Hunter gets his chance. He gets his 6th save with even more opportunities to get the record. By the way, guys, we are also watching another record chaser in the postseason, which would be Juan Soto. Juan Soto currently has a bunch of home runs in the postseason, so we definitely want to be on the lookout for that. So New York, good win, especially at home. You got to try to win these games to try to go up 2-0 because it's going to be a tough place to play out there in Renway Field for the next 3 games. So you got to try to steal some if you're the underdog here, which they are. So Casey Mize out on the mound, struggling just a little bit here right now. With runners on first and second, we got to make this play. We do. Trevino makes that play. 2 down, and here is Seiko Ichiman. Ground ball to Jake Hager, just a little flip to first, and Casey Mize is out of a little mini jam here. All right, so Mize and Samardzija is your matchup on the mound here today in game number 2. Now, Jeff Samardzija, we talked about it throughout the playoffs. He has not necessarily had a great playoff performance. His ERA is a little high. His walks to strikeouts, a little high as well. 8-7, I believe it was. He hasn't been pitching that great, so Casey Mize, who has been pitching good, could take advantage of this. But take a look at this throw from his knees was Jorge Alfaro. He's not going to get Garrett Mitchell. That is going to be a stolen base. Now Bryce Harper has a chance to do some damage, but he's going to strike out. Now here's another guy who's been really struggling in the playoffs, man. He's got to get it going because Nicky Delmonico, his backpack is really hurting, man. His back is hurting from the backpack. He's getting heavy. He's carrying the team, man. Nicky Delmonico comes through with the RBI single to right, and that is going to get New York up on top 1-0. Now here is Jake Hager sending a long fly ball to deep left field. That's off the foul pole. We'll take another look at this again, but I want you guys to understand something here. This is crazy. This thing was curving foul, and it, luckily for New York, just hit the outside of it. Take a look at this. Doink. It hit the outside part of the foul pole. So not the inside part of it, which we see normally, or even the middle of it, literally the outside of the foul pole. So it's going to be a home run anyway for Jake Hager. It's now 3-0. Carolina trying to come back here in the top of the 3rd. We've got a nice play out there in right by Bryce Harper. Just a way to get the ball back in after an Ichiman single. He's going to load the bases, and now Casey Mize feeling it just a little bit, feeling the pressure, because Seth Mejias-Breen has been hot all postseason long, and he's going to hit a fly ball out there to left field. Delmonico giving chase, makes a last-second effort just to stick the glove out there and make the play. So here's Luis Arias, going to be grounding out to Will Wilson. He makes the play. Let's get out of the 4th. Let's go to the top of the 5th as Paul Blackburn makes an appearance, his 4th on the season. 9 1/3 innings pitched and a 1.93 ERA. So Paul Blackburn has been solid out of that bullpen for New York, and they're going to get a nice little fly out here to start the 5th. Now with Juan Soto coming up in a 1-2 count, that is not a good pitch location that you don't want to be missing there. With an 88 two-seam fastball, Juan Soto puts this one in the seats, and that is going to get Carolina. We'll see the score here. I believe their first run. It is. So it's a 3-1 ball game here now. It's a 2-run deficit for the Blue Sox, and we've got aggressive base running across the board here for New York. We've got runners now on the corner. Here is Will Wilson. He's going to ground out to Samardzija, but he is going to move that runner up. That's going to be important here for the next batter. So Dave Martinez comes up to the mound. He's going to relieve Jeff Samardzija, and he's out of the game. So you couldn't tell the difference between Tyler Phillips and Jeff Samardzija with the flowing locks, right? So bottom 5, Bryce Harper, again, man, he's just not coming up big with the bat in his hands. But you know who is? Nicky freaking Delmonico. Can he get safe here? Because he needs to. Yes, he can. Ball hit right back up the middle, and Luis Arraez just couldn't plant the feet fast enough to get that throw off and get Delmonico thrown out at first to end the inning. That run would not have scored. It is now 4-1. And here is Evan Longoria grounding out here to Seiko. Arraez and him hook up to get the final out. So it's still currently 4-1, and this play needs to be had by Cody Hosey. You got to have it. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, you guys down by 3 runs. Tyler Phillips facing off against Jose Trevino. Now Juan Soto's got to come up big time with this throw. He does. Very strong throw to get back into the cutoff man. And now it is up to Jake Hager with bases juiced and nobody down. Just put the ball in play, man. Literally, just put the ball in play. Even a ground out will do the job. But he's going to end up hitting a line drive right to Soto. Soto with a good arm out there in right field. This throw is going to be on line, but not in time. Sam Travis will score on the sac fly. It's 5-1. Here's Garrett Mitchell. Right back off of Phillips, and he's going to be safe anyway. So the hustle play by Mitchell gets him another run. Let's go to Carolina's top of the 7th inning, and this is going to be a solo home run by Greg Allen, of all people. The little guy, the contact guy, hits a solo home run, but that's all that Carolina is going to get. So it's up to Brett Cecil now to shut this 7th inning down. So here's Seiko. He's going to lift a little pop-up to Longoria. He makes the play, and the pizzazz are out of the 7th inning. So now Trey Wingenter coming on out. ERA skyrocketed. He's got 9 appearances so far in the postseason, and it has not been very effective. Here is a attempt by Nicky Delmonico at the wall, and this is going to be another home run for Seth Mejia Spring. His 3rd in the World Series, guys. He hit 2 yesterday in game number 1. Now he's got another one here to help out the cause for Carolina, but Tommy Hunter going for his 7th save. Can he do it? It's a 3-run lead. He's still going to be qualified for the save if he gets it. So top of the 9th, 2 down here. Josh Ockamy going to strike out, and officially Tommy Hunter is now one of the postseason leaders in saves. Very, very interesting stat line there. So can he break it? I'm sure that we're going to have more games to talk about here. Can he break the record? I'm saying the odds are that he probably will, given the amount of games that are left here. Now, if there's a sweep and there are 2 blowouts for New York, then he's just going to remain as one of the very top few, right? Which is still an honor to even be mentioned in the same breath as a lot of those really great closers in baseball's past. All right, so now we're out of New York. We're going to Carolina. We're going to Charlotte, North Carolina. We got Sean Reed-Foley out here on the mound. Carolina really needs this game, guys. They absolutely need this one. And take a look at the defense to start them off. Cody Hosey with the ups. Nice play there to get out number 1. Will Wilson is going to strike out here by Reed-Foley. Next batter up is Bryce Harper, and he's going to get on with a walk. A 2-out walk. It's going to lead to Nicky Delmonico's appearance. First time this game, he's going to strike out. So Reed-Foley shuts him down pretty easily. Now, Alexei Shevchuk, a very interesting player, 10 strikeouts, 3 walks. He can pitch well. He's the rookie. Keep in mind, he's a rookie. Pitching really well here in his rookie season, helping out this New York Pizzazz team to get to this point. And, you know, he's very off and on. He's very off and on. Sometimes you're going to get dominant performances from Shevchuk, and other times you're going to get some stinkers from the rookie. That's just kind of how it goes. But here's a full count. We've got a base knock up the middle. That's Jose Trevino causing some havoc here on the base path, right? We got 2 runners on with Jake Hager with the home run earlier in game number 2, but he's going to strike out, and that's Reed Foley's second strikeout to end an inning. So he's pitching well, guys. Seiko Ichiman going to strike out. That's a good pitch by Shevchuk. That's his first strikeout of the game. So let's turn it now over to the top of the third, and we got another strikeout here. That's Garrett Mitchell with the K. 1 down, and Bryce Harper going to swing and a miss as well. So, man, Sean Reed Foley has been dealing here in game number 3. So, you know what? The Blue Sox needed this type of performance. Big time, gutsy performance already here through 3 innings for Reed Foley. But here's a base knock here for Carolina, and that is going to lead to a leadoff double. Jorge Alfaro going to come up, and he's going to swing and a miss. He's going to offer at the slider. So really good pitch there by the rookie Shevchuk. Now we have a little looper here to left field. Delmonico's going to take care of this one. Good play out there in left field. Still bottom of the 3rd inning. Shevchuk against Luis Arias. That ball is going to get down. And we've got to make a big throw here. It's coming on in. And it's not in time, so that's going to lead Carolina to a 1-0 lead out there, guys. I believe that's Dustin Fowler in center field, not Garrett Mitchell. I believe Garrett Mitchell is the DH today in this lineup here for New York. But Reed Foley is going to be done today. We've got Felix Hernandez now out on the mound. Back-to-back strikeouts. He's up here against Will Wilson. He's going to get the ground out. Seiko makes the easy flip. And Carolina is out of the 5th inning, guys. So this pitching staff for Carolina getting the job done. New York's bats have been cold thus far. Shevchuk's day is done. Ruben De La Rosa coming on out in the bottom of the 5th inning. He does already have an out registered on the board, but this is going to be a single. He does get a second out here, but we've got Luis Arias getting another knock here in this inning. Now we've got runners on 1st and 2nd, and looky, who's up? We've got Greg Allen, who's going to get a base hit as well. And we've got Bryce Harper coming up throwing. He's firing. And no, this throw is not going to be on line. And that's going to cost him a run, I believe. So the throw was there, man. The throw was there. It was in time, but it's got to be on line. And that throw just wasn't competitive. Trevino probably could have had the tag there. But, you know, the throw's just got to be at the plate, man. Not offline. I feel like they would have had him. I feel like they would have had him had Bryce Harper made a little bit more of a competitive throw. But Soto gets an RBI. It's 3-0. De La Rosa gets the strikeout to end the inning. And now, New York, they've got to get something cooking a little bit here. Nobody down. That's going to be a leadoff double. And Greg Allen tried his best. Good effort out there in center, but it's going to get to the wall. That was Bryce Harper with the double. Now Delmonico shoots this one past Cody Hosey. We've got a challenge from Harper on Pedro Leon. Harper's going to score. It is now 3-1 Carolina. Delmonico again, another clutch hit. Evan Longoria going to ground out here to second base. That is Arias to Seiko. That's going to be a pretty double play. And it's going to remain here 3-1. Here's Jorge Alfaro with another man on base as well. So after a walk or a single, I don't remember which, guys, but I got to get through these highlights for you. It's a long freaking video. But Jorge Alfaro gets a single to keep the inning going. And Pedro Leon, that's going to shoot all the way to the wall. Delmonico gives up on it. Now we've got Dustin Fowler trying to get the ball back in. It is now 5-1 Carolina in the 6th inning. Pedro Leon, 112 miles an hour off the bat. So bat speed, man. Bat speed and exit velo. 2 metrics that have been in the discussion here against baseball enthusiasts for a long time. He makes him proud right there, man. He makes him proud. So big knock here for Pedro Leon. Paul Blackburn shuts down Greg Allen, but in the bottom of the 7th, you got to try to shut down this guy who's been absolutely hot. That is Juan Soto. He's going to get a double. A leadoff double in the bottom of the 7th in a 6-1 game. They're looking to tack on even more runs. Josh Akemi with the base knock past shortstop. Soto is going to give it a try. Here comes Delmonico with the throw. He's going to only throw it to second base to try to avoid Akemi trying to get sneaky. And that's going to lead to another run for Carolina. It is now 7-1, but Seiko puts the exclamation point on this one, guys, in the mean bat flip. It's going to be 9-1. So you know what? That 201 batting average for the Blue Sox. We know that this offense is scary, man. I mean, take a look here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Another base hit. Carolina has brought out the boomsticks in this game number 3. It's 12-1, And it's not over yet. They just keep swinging it. This could score 2 runs. Delmonico gets it in, and by the time he let it go to the cutoff man, we were already rounding third base. It is now 14-1, and it's not over. It's going to be 15-1 here in the 7th inning. This is ridiculous. This is like crazy, crazy output that is just busted out here for Carolina. So they make a statement here at home at Renway Field. And New York's kind of looking at themselves like, uh-oh, we might have let these guys back into the series. 2-1 will be your series update for you guys. It's 15-2, a 19-hit performance for Carolina, really putting that 201 team batting average in the postseason to rest. Absolutely ridiculous output here today. We'll see if that carries into game number 4, but take a look at the player models here. That is not Alexei Shevchuk. Get your player models right, MLB The Show. Come on. Come on, SDS. Let's get it going, man. Clean up the glitches. Let's go. All right, so Brandon Waddell coming on out to start game number 4. And this is a big one. Again, it's big for Carolina. You can't go down 3-1 against New York. They're a pretty solid team all the way around. So are they the underdog? Yes. But if you're Carolina, you just don't want to be playing with fire like that. This is a team that has been... They've been good all postseason, but let's take a break of that preview, and let's talk about that play really quick by Jason Urizara. What a play. Line drive right back at him. It hit the ground. He got it off the one hop, basically tagged the runner instead of the base, which you can still do, and it's still be an out. Then throws it hard to first, getting the double play himself. That's a crazy... I mean, that's a great play by Urizara. All right, Cole Hamels getting the nod here for New York. And it's an interesting call because as we see Will Wilson making a nice little backhanded flip, almost looking like Jose Iglesias out here. But Cole Hamels getting the call here is an interesting one for New York. They've already used Brett Anderson in Game 1 against Hudson. You kind of want to save him against Hudson because he is one of your best pitchers. You've already used Casey Mize. He would be starting this game on 3 days rest, which you don't necessarily want to do. You've got a lead right now. So it almost makes sense to start Cole Hamels, and if you get lucky and you win this game and go up 3-1, then you've got some options. You can choose to go with Casey Mize or Brett Anderson, try to win the series. But it was looking good for the lefty veteran here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. It's 1-0, but he will get out of that jam. Let's go to the bottom of the 3rd inning as Carolina's still hitting the baseball. So it's carrying over. That offense from last game is starting to carry over here in the 3rd inning. Saw some little remnants of it in the 2nd, but right now in the bottom of the 3rd, Hamels is starting to feel it just a little bit. You might need to get that bullpen up and warm and getting loose here. Here's Juan Soto, a deep drive to center field, and this ball is going to be, over the wall. Garrett Mitchell thought that he got it, but Juan Soto again delivers a big-time home run for Carolina. That's his 7th in the postseason. Just ridiculous performance from Juan Soto. Top of the 4th. He's not done showing off yet. Take a look at the runner here from second base, tagging up an absolute dot. On the tag is Cody Hosey. That is a gun. With the tag, throws out the runner. That is ridiculous. Juan Soto, you are a madman so far in the postseason. Now take a look here. New York says, okay, that's fine, but let's shoot it right in the gap where you're not here, Juan Soto. Let's try to do that. So New York's got the 2-out double here and a walk to Jose Trevino. You're probably starting to think as a Carolina fan, you're probably thinking we got to probably get the bullpen going. This is trouble. Base hit, RBI, single is going to lead to 1 run. That's all New York is going to get. So here's the stat line, guys, for Cole Hamels. 8 hits, 4 earned in 3 1/3. And after another base hit to Pedro Leon, he's going to take off and steal second with 1 down. So not even the lefty on the mound. Cole Hamels can't even slow down the running game here for Carolina. Jason Urizara going to ground out here to Sam Travis. Good play. Good little flip there by Travis to Cole Hamels. And we've got 2 down. Arias gets the ground ball to Hager. So fortunately for New York, Hamels a little shaky here in the first 3, but settles down here and gets a pivotal out to get Carolina shut down. So Bryce Harper finally steps up big time with a big hit here. He's going to round second, head for third. Irizarry with the throw is just a little bit off, but Harper was going to slide in safely to third base anyway. There was no way that they were going to get him, and Nicky Delmonico leans back into that shot. It is now 4-3 with this big-time home run. I'm telling you what, guys, he's the most clutch hitter in GGBL. He's the most clutch hitter in the league. I'm convinced. Huge home run, a timely home run. But that's all New York is going to get, guys, in that inning. They pull within one. It is now 4-3. Seth Mahias Breen. What else is there to say about this guy in the first 3 games? His power is unreal right now. Unreal. This is going to score the run. It's 5-3 Carolina. Seth Mahias Breen with the big-time hit, getting some more insurance against this New York Pizzazz team. He's going to move on to third base after the out is going to move him over. And Pedro Leon leans into this one and hits a 2-run jack. I tell you what, Carolina, that Game 3 output offensively is starting to, it's carried over officially to this game, and I'm a little worried here for New York to finish out the rest of the series. So Carolina has come all the way back, down 2-0, and they are making a statement here at Renway Field in these first 2 games here in front of the hometown crowd. Here's Bryce Harper trying to make a play. He does. At the warning track, he makes the catch, and it's going to have a situation now. We got runners on first and third. We got runners on the corners with 2 down. Here's Garrett Mitchell is going to leap at the wall. What a catch! What a catch! Oh, man. New York now down 4 runs, but, man, it could have been a lot worse had this thing not been caught. That looked like, just from the angle, it looked like that was going to be a home run had he not caught it, man. Had he not timed it up. So great job by Garrett Mitchell, but New York, we just mentioned it. They were down 7-3. Now Bryce Harper gets an RBI double. Now here's Nicky Delmonico with a base knock that's going to score Harper here in the top of the 7th, guys. So is that the catch of the game? Is that the play of this game? The Garrett Mitchell home run rob. It could be a signal that New York is coming all the way back now in this game. I'm telling you, man, if I'm on the bench, I'm getting hyped up for that type of play. So here we go. Evan Longoria coming up, and we've got a tag on first base. Runner will move up to second, though. Here's Sam Travis. He's going to strike out. And unfortunately for New York, that's all they're going to get. They've now got it to 7-5. So Bryce Harper coming up here in the top of the 8th. Another crucial spot here for Carolina. And New York, just the same. But New York is going to ground out here, and they're not going to get anything in the inning. 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th, and Longoria probably could have gone the easier route there to go to first, but goes to second anyway. And now we're jumping to the top of the 9th. Tommy Canley has been perfect all postseason long. 5 saves and 5 opportunities. And we've got nobody down here in the top of the 9th. In this highlight, we're just going to watch the whole inning. And we get a ground out here. Here is Will Wilson. He's going to ground out as well to Arias. That's out number 2. New York down to their last out. Let's see if they can avoid Carolina tying the series up. And they don't. Arias makes the play. It is now a 2-2 series. Tyler Phillips will be registered as the winning pitcher. But, man, it was a good outing. It was a very good outing for Brandon Waddle. Sean Reed Foley got him the win in game number 3. But these 2 back-end starters for Carolina get them both the wins and good pitching performances. So, I mean, ultimately, when you get good pitching performances and you have ridiculous offensive production, that's a really good recipe for success. I tell you what, that's the ultimate recipe for success. All right, guys, so we have got a situation now for Carolina. This is their last game at home. And before I even start talking about Dakota Hudson, Garrett Mitchell shuts me up, and he hits a solo home run. So congratulations. Good job, New York, for ruining that little segue, for that little introduction there, for this game number 5 in a series tied 2-2. Do get a double play here for Dakota Hudson, and he's going to strike out Nicky Delmonico, but New York does get the leadoff home run by Garrett Mitchell, and it is 1-0. So what I wanted to say, guys, was that Brett Anderson and Dakota Hudson will be your matchup in this game number 5. And Dakota Hudson getting the start here today, it's almost like it's a 0-0 series, right? It's 2-2. This is your last game at home. You kind of want to take advantage of it. You got to win this game. Game 5s are super, super pivotal. If anyone gets up 3-2, one more game and you could be eliminated. So it's a big situation for both squads. So they are going with their game number 1 starters to get them that much-needed win. It's been a little bit of a shaky start, though, for Dakota Hudson. Still nobody down after that leadoff double by Longoria, and this is going to make matters worse. Sam Travis, a 2-run shot. Look at how far this thing traveled. Look on the bottom right-hand part of your screen. 465 feet. Absolutely ridiculous home run for Sam Travis. Had ecca distance on that thing. Ridiculous. Almost like home run derby type of distance there, guys. And remember, the home run derby was actually held here. All-Star game was held here for this season. Again, take a look at Dakota Hudson struggling here in the first 2 innings. Top of the second, what a great play, though, by Cody Hosey. That saved multiple runs. Now, here is Bryce Harper. Again, just he's not seeing the baseball. Yeah, he had a couple nice hits in the last 2 games, but he really is not seeing the baseball right now, and he strikes out. So, still going to be 3-0 here in New York, and Carolina comes up big with a 1-out double. Next batter up is going to be Cody Hosey, and that is going to get through. That was Seth Mejias Breen again, guys, who hit that double. He's just hitting the cover off the ball, and he's actually going to score here from that Cody Hosey single. So between those 2 guys and Juan Soto, these 2 dudes have been really picking it up for this Carolina offense, really adding that extra element. And so has Greg Allen. But you know what? Who's been really ridiculous, like I mentioned? It's been Juan freaking Soto. He's been automatic so far in this postseason and automatic in this World Series. He's been continuing that. Bottom third, Josh Ockamy lifts that fly ball to center field. That is going to get the runner home. And the runner from second will advance to third base. It is now 3-2 New York. Let's see if New York can hold Carolina. Ground ball to short. Will Wilson makes the play. Carolina is only going to get a couple runs in that inning. All right, 3-2. Greg Allen in the top of the 4th tracks this one down. And we're now into the bottom of the 4th inning as Cody Hosey steps up and grounds out to Sam Travis. And that is going to be a nice double play. That's a great job by Brett Anderson to just get there, find the bag, turn your head and look, make the catch, make the double play look clean. But Pedro Leon has been going off as well. Another home run for this small player. He's like Jose Altuve size, guys. Pedro Leon, where's the power coming from, man? Aaron Boone, the manager, cannot believe it that they can't find a way to shut this guy down. He's been a thorn in New York's side. Now, you know, outside of guys like Soto, Arias, Greg Allen, Ockamy, Hosey, Mejias Breen. I basically listed the whole entire lineup. These guys are just going off, and you got to get guys like Pedro Leon. You got to get those guys out. De La Rosa comes on out, and he's got to face Juan Soto, and it just seems like nobody can get Juan Soto out. Nobody can do it. He breaks the tie. It is 4-3 now. His 8th home run of the postseason, guys. He is officially tied for the most home runs in a single postseason with the likes of Corey Seager, Barry Bonds, Nelson Cruz, and Carlos Beltran, all with 8 home runs in a single postseason. That's not career, that's just regular season, guys. But let's go to the bottom of the 8th inning. We've got another home run for Carolina. They are just stinging the ball, man. It's now 5-3 as Ockamy hits a solo shot. And here's Pedro Leon again. They can't stop this offense. They can't get these guys out, man. It is now 6-3 after this double by none other than Pedro Leon. Top of the 9th, down 3 runs. Alfaro makes this nice throw. He's going to get his counterpart catcher. That's Trevino. Get a ground out. And here's Jake Hager in a full count situation with a runner on second. Game's not over. Game's definitely not over. Hager is going to get in with a RBI double. It's going to get to 6-4. Okay, so a home run will tie the game. Let's see what happens, guys. We've got Garrett Mitchell up. He's going to shoot this the other way. That ball's going to get down and over the wall for a ground rule double. 6-5. So now a home run gives New York the lead. Interesting little dynamic here. So that forces the hand of Dave Martinez. He's got to go with Brandon Workman, and Workman gets the job done against Will Wilson. Fly ball to center field. Greg Allen takes care of it, and Carolina will win a pivotal game number 5. They are 1 win away from a GGBL championship in year number 1. They would be able to hold on to that for the entirety of the series, guys. Entirety of the series. That we won year number 1. That's what counts, right? That's what counts. I'm noticing a pattern here, though, right? Alaska, the Alaska Chill and the XBA won the championship. They got a similar color scheme. That baby blue and white. What's going on here? Interesting little dynamic there, but take a look at the box score, guys, again. So double digits in hits for Carolina, 6 runs, no errors, of course. Played clean baseball all the way through. Their pitching staff was pretty darn good. New York got a couple runs here late in the game, but just not enough to get the job done. All right, so guys, we go back now to New York at Times Square Stadium, and New York's in a do-or-die situation. So they already started Brett Anderson in that evened up series 2-2. Now they got to go with Casey Mize, their second best pitcher. They have to do it. It's win or go home. Your season's done if you don't get the job done here today. So it's a do-or-die situation. You've got to win this game. If you force a Game 7, then the situation is like, who do you start then? Then it starts getting a little dicey because you just wasted Casey Mize for game number 6, right? But they're kind of forced to. They have to in a do-or-die type of situation. Okay, we got Mize against Samardzija. Same matchup as one of the previous games in this World Series matchup. And, you know, Samardzija, we've talked about it before. He hasn't necessarily been great, at least not what they paid for. But he's been solid. He's been solid, and this rings true here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. He's going to give up a 2-run homer to Dustin Fowler, but I promise you guys, don't freak out just yet. That isn't the way the game goes. Okay, a little spoiler there. Because when Juan Soto comes up, you got to worry about him. Let's jump all the way to the top of the 4th. Still 2-0, and Juan Soto comes up, guys, and this one's deep. And what did you expect? It's gone. Soto's 9th home run in the postseason. He is now in sole possession of 2nd place, right behind Randy Arozarena with 10 home runs in the postseason. Crazy, crazy. That's not career again. That's a single season in the postseason. Let's go to the bottom of the 4th. We've got Nicky Delmonico coming up with a double, a leadoff double, which is going to give us a Evan Longoria sighting here, and he's going to draw a walk. So Sam Travis with runners on 1st and 2nd is going to send a deep fly ball to left. Fans are getting on their seats. You know what that is. That's a home run. Sam Travis with a 3-run shot. He's going to put Carolina on top now, guys, 5-1. Remember, we've said it before, Samardzija, he's been okay. He's been okay. But this home run here by Cody Hosey going to give Carolina maybe a little bit new life here. Maybe some signs of things to come here against Casey Mize. He was rolling after a little while, but here is Longoria with a bobble and then a throwaway. He leads Sam Travis off the bag, and that is going to get the runner on base here. That was Jorge Alfaro. Now here's Pedro Leon with a big-time knock as Dustin Fowler made a really good attempt out there, but not going to find his glove. That's going to be a 1-out double. They're going to hold Alfaro at 3rd, and now you got a situation where you got Luis Arias coming up, and Mize hits him in the knee. So what was going to be looking like a clean 5th inning after the 1st out, you had the Longoria throwaway, you had the Pedro Leon double, and now you got the hit batter to load the bases. Now Mize was grooving, he was cruising, and now you go to the bullpen. Now you got to get Greg Allen, because behind Greg Allen is Juan Soto. So here's a little lazy looper. That play's going to be made by Jake Hager, but man, oh man, is this a clutch spot here. Soto steps in, full count, puts a charge into this one, and the runners are going with 2 outs. This is going to be in the gap, and it is over the wall, into the crowd, into the stands. That is number 10 for Juan Soto. He has tied Randy Arozarena for the most postseason home runs in a single postseason. Not a career, but postseason. It's crazy. He's hit 2 home runs today. Absolutely ridiculous, but even more importantly than just the individual record, he has now put Carolina on top with the grand slam. What a way to do it, guys. It is now 6-5. Carolina, they are only a couple more innings away from claiming themselves as GGBL Year 1 champions. But you got to hold on here, because after this double, we got one down. Bryce Harper, ground ball up the middle. This play will be made by Arias, and now there's two down. So you need this. You need this run. Absolutely, you need this run. And a 1-2 count. Phillips steps off. He knows how big this pitch is, and Delmonico says, you better think a little bit harder, because now the game's tied. Delmonico, I don't know how many times I got to say it, but I feel like I have to keep mentioning it. The most clutch hitter in all the GGBL. Ties the game for the Pizzazz. Trey Wingenter comes down here in the 7th inning. He's going to get the first out. The second out is a strikeout on Pedro Leon, so at least he can finally say something that a lot of these other guys can't. He finally gets Pedro Leon out. Go figure that. But here we go. Look at this. Aggressiveness by Luis Arias. Gets into second base. And now you got a situation with Greg Allen as the number 2 hitter, because, again, you've got Juan Soto behind Greg Allen. Full count. Wingenter knows how big this pitch is, and it's going to be a ground ball here to second. Hager makes the play, so you avoid Juan Soto with runners on base now. You at least push him out there to the 8th inning. So let's go to the bottom of the 7th. Ranger Suarez comes up. In this appearance, he's going to walk the number 2 hitter, and it's going to lead Bryce Harper to come on up here and shoot this ball to the left fielder, Pedro Leon. That's going to be a single, which leads us to Nicky Delmonico. Base hit. No, it's going to be blocked by Cody Hosey, but he makes the throw to first, not in time. We got bases juiced, guys. Huge opportunity now for the Pizzazz in the bottom of the 7th. Let's see what Evan Longoria can do against the lefty, Ranger Suarez. This is going to get down. This is going to be in the gap. This should score 2. Oh, man, if it hit the wall, that may have scored 3. But it is only going to score 1, I believe. Let's take a look here. No, it's going to score 2, guys. So it is 8-6. Runners on second and third. And this is going to be a ground ball by Dustin Fowler. And we've got an 8-6 game here going to the top of the 8th. That's probably a good idea to just pretty much intentionally, unintentionally walk Juan Soto. But this is not what you wanted to do. Trevor May walks back-to-back hitters, and now you got Seiko Ichiman to deal with. He's going to ground out here to May. He's going to fire to second. They try to get him at 1, but now it's runners on the corner, so nothing hurt yet. You got to get another double play opportunity here. So Seth Mejia's bringing in a full count. He's going to ground out. Hager to second. Will Wilson back to first. They got him. It's in time. And New York gets out of the jam. Let's jump over to the top of the 9th with Tommy Hunter having 7 saves, guys. Remember, we were talking about the record. 7 saves is the record for postseason. And Tommy Hunter needs 1 more out to hold the record with 8 saves in a postseason. Let's see if he can get it, guys. 8-6 game. Ground ball. Here to catcher Trevino. Makes the throw. It's in time. And New York will get the win. They forced a Game 7 again. Along with Tommy Hunter getting the record here. But my goodness, this Pizzazz team. I don't know, man. You just can't kill them. So despite everything that's happened in this series, where Carolina's offense has really taken that next step, New York forces another elimination game, another do-or-die game. They did it in the wild card, a 1-game type of playoff, the divisional series against the Chicago Breeze, a 2-2 series, the first of 3, a 5-game set. They had to force that as well. They survived that. And then they did it in the championship series against Washington. So this team is battle-tested. There's no doubt. And at home, in front of the New York fans, they could get it done. This would be a crazy playoff run, the likes that which we've probably never seen. We've never seen happen. But you guys will notice here in this matchup, they are starting the rookie, the custom prospect, Alexei Shevchuk. And some of you guys might be thinking after this solo home run by Greg Allen, it might not be a good start for the rookie. But this is literally their only option. They could go with Brett Anderson, who started in Game 5. He's on a couple days rest, but Shevchuk does give them the best option. Now here against Juan Soto, take a look, guys. Bryce Harper walks away from the wall. How disrespectful to your pitcher, but my goodness. Juan Soto, let's not take away from this moment from Juan Soto real quick. Soto breaks the record. He's now got 11 home runs in the postseason, breaking Randy Arozarena's record last year with 10 postseason home runs. So Shevchuk finally settles down a little bit, gets a strikeout against Akemi, but he's facing off here against the other custom, Seiko Ichiman, and he's going to bang a double off the wall. A 2-out double, and we're not out of it yet. So Shevchuk already 20-plus pitches in this inning. Got to get this big out here, and Dustin Fowler will camp underneath this one and make the catch to end the first. Now, here's a surprise. Dakota Hudson now pitched game number 1 and game 5. He's going to pitch game 7, only had a couple days rest. Now, the debate with New York is they could have gone with Brett Anderson in this matchup. They could have done that. But Shevchuk's only pitched once in this playoff. And quite honestly, Dakota Hudson, younger than Brett Anderson, they're probably thinking Anderson's just a little bit gassed. He didn't recover as fast, guys. You can go look back at the stream, too. He just did not recover as fast as Dakota Hudson did. So Brett Anderson was just not the call here for New York. So Shevchuk gives up this double. Bryce Harper tried to make an incredible play out there in right field, but no dice. That's going to score 1 run. It is now 3-0 with nobody down in the top of the second, and now it's just about damage control. Again, this pitching staff for New York, guys, we talked about it. They've played in so many games in this postseason. Every pitch is just dire to get it across the plate to try to get people out. This staff is exhausted. And Carolina, with that good offense that we know that they have, very, very tough to get these guys out as it is. It's just a miracle that this New York team is even here in this Game 7. But Shevchuk going to give up a base knock to Arias. It's going to score 2. He walks Greg Allen, and that is going to do it for the rookie. Had a very, very rough outing, and, you know, again, are they going to have to live with that decision? Brett Anderson, he comes out in relief to try to keep New York in the game, and it doesn't seem like it's going to matter here because not only did Shevchuk start missing with his pitches, Anderson missed with this one. He gets a walk and then a sacrifice fly to left field. And now take a look here. What a catch by Dustin Fowler. So not only did Garrett Mitchell make a nice catch on the road, Dustin Fowler makes a nice catch here at home. And it's going to end the inning. It's going to end the damage in the top 2 for New York. Let's go to their next at-bats here in the bottom of the second, just trying to get something happening offensively against Hudson, and they can't do it. So Soto makes the play in right, and then Pedro freaking Leon. Nobody can get this dude out. A solo home run is now 7-0 Carolina. Brett Anderson, just like Shevchuk, giving up a lot of base knocks and extra base hits so far, right? Yep. Look at this. Runners on second and third. That's a base knock. The line drive for Soto is now 8-0. That's 3 earned runs tacked on by Brett Anderson. It is 8-0, guys. And Dakota Hudson continues to pitch well, striking people out. Jorge Alfaro throwing from his knees, getting Jake Hager thrown out at second, just trying to be aggressive, man. Like, what are you doing in an 8-0 game in a Game 7? You got to be aggressive. Now Seth Mejias-Breen, another home run for him. It is now 9-0 in the top of the fourth. Number 4 for Seth Mejias-Breen. Ridiculous performance, ridiculous production for this Carolina offense, and they are well on their way to a GGBL championship, guys. This is crazy. I don't know if New York can come back from this. It would be one heck of a comeback. That is for dang sure. But, guys, we have a runner on first and second. Here's a nice play by Evan Longoria just to keep, again, New York, I guess, keep them in it. I don't want to say that. I say that very, very loosely. New York up to bat, trying to get something going, but they can't. That's a double play ball. And Seiko comes up and delivers yet another run for Carolina. It is now 10-0 with 1 out. And runners on the corners. Paul Blackburn pitching. Dakota Hudson still out there, just shutting down the pizzazz offense. That's a strikeout. Trevino 2-2. He's going to strike out as well. I'm pretty sure that it's safe to say that this thing's over, guys. This thing is over. It's got to be over, right? It's not over for Carolina. They are continuing to swing the stick. Luis Arias with a solo home run. And then with already a runner on base here in the top of the ninth. That, my friends, is going to put an exclamation point on this game number 7. Juan Soto with his second of the game. 12 home runs total in the postseason. It's nuts. It's nuts. It's crazy what he's been able to do. 13-0 is your score in the bottom of the ninth, and this is going to do it. The Carolina Blue Sox are your GGBL year number 1 champions. What a ride it was for this team, man. In the NL East, having to take out the Atlanta Sting, having to take out the Richmond Good Boys. Both teams really gave them a run for their money in that Eastern Division, the NL East. And what a run for the New York Pizzazz as well, guys. We talked about it. We've talked about it at length in these episodes of the playoffs. What they've been able to do has been nothing short of amazing, playing in all of those elimination games. If anybody deserved it, it'd be both of these teams just making it here, but somebody had to lose, and it had to be New York, of course, right? So congratulations to the Carolina Blue Sox. I know in the NL East, our Richmond Good Boys, or my Richmond Good Boys, are definitely going to give them a run for their money now. Definitely. They've got a target on their backs. But guys, behind the bat of Juan Soto, this offense really took the next step here in the World Series. That really won them this series. The playoff MVP was Nicky Delmonico. Wow. Okay, so the playoff MVP, right? So he's been clutch all season. I guess that kind of makes some sense. So we'll take a look at it. But the World Series MVP has got to be Juan Soto. And I see Carolina Blue Sox up there. It's got to be Soto. Hank Aaron Award is Bryce Harper. American League MVP, Bryce Harper. Harper, Silver Slugger. Triple Crown, Bryce Harper. Whoa, he won the Triple Crown? Did I see that right? He won the Triple Crown. Wow. Holy crap. That's awesome. In year 1 of the GGBL, Bryce Harper won the Triple Crown. He led the league in average, home runs, and ribbies. Wow. Bryce Harper, have yourself a year, man. But unfortunately, you know, it didn't end in a World Series, the one that really counts, right? The one award that really counts is that World Series, or the championship, I guess you'd say. And it just really goes to show just how good that Juan Soto was. Now, it says in the World Series he hit 7 home runs. That's insanity. That means he came into the World Series with 5. So just kind of shows you what kind of damage he did. But you saw up on the screen the .237 batting average for Bryce Harper. That just did not get the job done. They needed Bryce Harper, the Triple Crown winner and the league MVP, to match, at least come a little bit close to Juan Soto in order to keep themselves in that series. And I think they probably would have won it if Bryce Harper had actually performed up to his capability. So guys, up on that screen, you can see some of the things that we're going to talk about here in the offseason. Just I'm showing you guys that because we've got players still in the roster with like Ronald Acuna as a 2 overall, or Ozzie Albies with a 2 overall, Trevor Story with a 1 overall, all these players end up retiring because of poor ability. And I want to let you guys know that in the offseason, or before I get into the offseason, I'm not going to allow that to happen. So I'm actually going to go back through and pretty much figure out what players from the major leagues that played in the major leagues in 2021, like Acuna, like Albies, like Mike Trout, which players are going to come over from the MLB to the GGBL. Now that the GGBL has been established and we've got Juan Soto and Bryce Harper playing ridiculously well, you're probably thinking that some of these players want a piece of that action, right? They want a little something to that GGBL. So in order to create some excitement around the GGBL offseason, I'm going to have in the next video telling you guys what MLB players are coming over here from the major leagues to the GGBL for year number 2. Will that take away some guys' spots in a big league roster, or a GGBL roster, I should say? Yes, it probably will. Will it affect your custom prospects? Maybe, probably. But I think just to stir up and drum up some excitement, we want to get guys like Mike Trout over. We want to get Ozzie Albies over. We want to get a Trevor Story type over. But I don't want to overdo it. But I want to hear from you guys. In the comment section, if you've made it this far in the video, in the comment section, post maybe a top 3 list of players that you want to see coming over from the MLB to the GGBL. You can make it as overpowered of a top 3 as you want. I just want to hear from you guys. I want to know what players, and kind of get a trend and kind of get an idea of what players you want to see coming on over here and really don a uniform, don a GGBL uniform. So lots to talk about in the next episode. I'm really excited for the offseason. Not only are we going to figure out where your custom prospects are going to go, where they got drafted in last season's draft, and of course, how is the offseason going to work? So that'll be in the next episode as well, guys. I want to tell you how this is all going to run. So keep in mind, the offseason is going to be involving you guys. You're going to be having some voting periods. Each video is going to be asking you guys to put on some votes to determine where players should go. Are we going to try to rebrand some teams? Are we going to do some new logos? Are we going to look for different stadiums for different teams, so on and so forth? So I'm not going to get into that this video. It's already a 50+ minute video for you guys. Very, very loaded episode here today for the GGBL World Series. But I promise you guys, in the next one will be an introduction to the offseason and letting you guys all know how that's going to be laid out and how it's going to work. So guys, leave a like if you like this thing, and I will see you later on this week for the offseason introduction of the Goldglover Baseball League. So I will see you guys in the next one. As always, thank you for watching, and congratulations to Carolina Blue Sox for winning and New York on a insanely good season. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. As always, thank you for watching, and peace.